Video title, video idea, picture this. This is a pitch meet. Routine maintenance turns into an auger gearbox rebuild. We have our grain cart pulled in here, and my old grain cart's about as wore out as they come. We need a new dog right here. That's what I call it, a dog. Need a new one of them. You can tell here the flighting is wore slap dab out, and it's starting to roll backwards here. This old cart, ain't no telling how many bushels it's moved just for me. But we're fixing to pull this auger out and see if we can take it somewhere and get it reflighted, or what we're gonna have to do. pressure and heat. I think that's how diamonds are made, pressure and heat. She didn't want to give up, that's for sure. That's definitely going to have to cool down before we can do anything with it. This is why you don't do preventative maintenance.
Because you found real maintenance.
It was running fine. I was completely oblivious.
Got a bearing go down. And we didn't know it. We was just pulling it out to get this bolt out.
This is snowballing very quickly. It's a good thing the corn wasn't dry.
20.6.
Oh, it was 20.6.
Yeah.
I thought you just said 20.
20.6.
I want to sell something so bad.
Everybody else done started. We done got the itch.
We just had to run fungicide. But according to Randy Dowdy on the Pro Farmer Trespass Tour, where they trespass on your farm, feed yields to the USDA so they can tank the market even more. They said that the Midwest is ate up with southern rust. They didn't fungicide. But you know them high yielders, they know more than the rest of us.
They see one speck of southern rust and they think they're ate up.
They ought to outlaw that damn Pro Farmer Tour. They ought to outlaw USDA. All they do is manipulate the market. A lot of the guys up north call it the Trespass Tour. All I know is I better not catch them out in my damn field snooping around it. That bearing there down too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, we'll get some diesel, fill that up. Clean all that up. Go pick the kids up from school. I'm gonna go get me a bucket of diesel and we'll put that down in some diesel while we're going to get the kids. On that right there. Well, hello guys, we're back here in the shop, and as you can see, we didn't film the first little part of it because there was quite a bit of head scratching, maybe a little bit of cussing. I bet you, I know we took that apart and put it together about 3 times before I figured out how to put it. But there's the diagram, and just so you know, if you're ever rebuilding this, well, didn't show it, and I ain't taking it apart again to show you. But when you're building this, on this shaft, when you go together, the first thing to go in is your seal. You can slide this seal up here. There's a little area that is notched. You slide your seal up there, and it'll just kind of float right there. Then you press your bearing on, and then you put your cover, and then your beveled gear, and then there is a bearing down there at the bottom that is pointing toward the bottom. But there is no way to put this together without putting this on first. And like I said, your seal will float up here, and once you get that on, you can drive your seal down in there. Now, these will not stay in here. That's just to hold it together. That's just to hold it together until you put it up in the machine. And when you put it up in the machine, your bolts will go through here and clamp this together. But these are just to hold it together until you get it up in the machine. Now the next thing we got to do is, first off, we got to clean that up. But when I bought this cart, bought this grain cart in 2012, yeah, $3,500 for it. And the boy I bought it from said they would get out. We knew it was a rough cart when we bought it. I didn't have a lot of money at the time. But he said, we'll get out there and turn it on and make sure everything runs right. And he guaranteed it. He guaranteed the buggy. And I got out there and turned it on, and this gearbox was crap. Which he got, I think the poor old boy got in a little bit of trouble because he guaranteed the buggy to run, and it didn't. But he replaced that piece brand new, and I mean, they was trying to do it on a budget. I understand. They brazed that piece up, and I mean, that was 2012, and what's 20? That was 13 years ago. Old cart has moved a lot of grain for us. It's a rough old cart, and I really never dreamed it would last this long, to be honest with you. I bet you it's moved, would you say, 1 million bushels since we bought it?
Kind of what the number I had in mind.
It's probably moved 1 million bushels, because used to every single grain, before we bought that second semi-truck, every single grain just about ran through that cart. And it's a good thing we bought it that first year, because harvest started out good, and at the end of harvest we had to cart every bit of it out to the road. But now we got to put the bearings in this one, and your gear will slide into the side right here like this. There's some shims, which we're assuming they had it shimmed right. And then when we get that in there, we will pump this thing full of corn header grease. This is my handy dandy race driver, my handy dandy seal driver. Made that right there. I took a piece of 2x and had that bearing. Well, I done put the bearing race. There it is. I had to press a bearing race all the way down there in the bottom, and instead of trying to take a hammer and punch and knock it down there, I got my, which we done pressed on it, so it ain't as good as it was, but I took a hole saw and sized it to that bearing race, and then I cut this piece of wood out. Like I said, it fitted almost perfect when I started, but we done pressed on it pretty hard. But it's got to be a lot easier on them races, pressing it in there with that block of wood versus. Show them our press update.
Right or wrong. Air. A lot faster.
We got tired of. It's gonna sound awful.
Got tired of jacking.
We got tired of jacking off. And
now we use air.
now we use air to do it. Alright, finish that thought you was telling me.
John Deere, you don't ever have to work on it, but when you do, it's a son of a bee.
You don't have to work on it a lot, but when you do, it's.
Yeah. But when you do.
Yeah, we didn't bring y'all along for a lot of this. Lord of mercy, we done, or Robert didn't cuss, but I've done more cussing than I've done in a while on this little job. It really wasn't that bad of a job. It's just, it seemed like everything we touched needed something. Everything we touched needed something. Everything just didn't want to fall into place. But it's back in there and ready to run. I am ready to get on this combine. Got to do one more little thing to this. Got to set the screens on my combine. And hopefully we fix and go to the cornfield. Fingers crossed.